Hope you're all doing really well. Just thought I'd come on and do a quick live with you. I don't want to cut in too much because there is a program on TV at the moment about 5G on Four Corners over there. Talking about Four Corners, talking about 5G. You can always watch it later on, I guess, if you wanted to anyway, but don't think I'll keep you all for too long. I might watch a bit of it myself. So far, it's a positive light saying that 5G is dodgy and that could be dangerous, but I think they're going to try and paint people who are against it in a bad light. So anyway, we'll keep talking. I was going to talk to you guys tonight about the money trails. So there is a lot going on that people are maybe not aware of, and I thought I'd bring it to your attention. Pathology centres around Australia, where the COVID tests go, where they're going through, are getting funded really heavily at the moment by the government. Hey Rama Rose, hope you're doing well. You have a good sleep. Being really heavily funded by the government. And I think we need to realise as well that monthly the states need to report how many COVID-19 patients they have in their hospitals, how many they have in their regular beds and in their ICU. When they put that report through of COVID-19 patients to the federal parliament, they get a payment every month. So they're getting paid to have more COVID-19 people along in their hospitals and death certificates as well. They get full payments for it, and I've got all the paperwork there showing it. So you have to understand that that's what's happening out there. There are payments going around for deaths for COVID and people being hospitalized for COVID. So there is money going to state governments. You need to realize, follow the money, always follow the money, because you'll always find where it goes. I'm sorry to hear. Look after your mental health, Steve. I'm here for you, mate, like always. It sounds like a lot of people are going to be out of work right now. So, keep busy. If you need a friend, just shout out and I'll come and say good day. Look up the health.gov.au website and you'll find all this information about following that money. Now, I was going to talk about propaganda and how it works as well. So you need to realize here, for propaganda, something like what's happening here with the 5G networks on TV, something that's happening here with the testing and everything else, we need to realize these things are being sold off as being amazing and being revolutionary, but they're really not. People have to be upset. I understand you being angry as well. What I was actually going to talk about as well was on my Instagram and YouTube and other places. I don't want any division. It's okay for free speech. Free speech is fine. If you have different opinions, talk to each other respectfully. That's all I ask for in anything I do. I am all about free speech, so I think everyone should be speaking up, saying their thoughts, saying what their beliefs are, and don't stifle anyone else's beliefs. Let's just move forwards and be really friendly and lovely and looking after each other. That's always my thought process. Look after each other. Treat people with respect. Treat people how you wish to be treated as well. And I think we can all do that. Yeah, it's pretty much the same here out back on air. So in the hospitals, they're getting paid where the patient comes in, where they end up into the COVID areas, and then where they end up outside of that. So we need to be aware that there is a lot of money moving between people. And as I say, the pathology clinics where the bloods and everything are going to, they're getting extra payments for COVID-19 tests as well. So I don't know if they get extra payments if it comes out as it's COVID-19 positive. I'm not sure. I'm trying to find all that paperwork. There's a lot of stuff I've got to research through. The other thing I wanted to talk to you guys was setting intentions, and this might help you, Steve. So you said you're working for yourself, and getting out to get into work was really important for you because you're around people. Now, we need to realize one of the most important things I think that we can do, and someone spoke to me about this earlier today, is set our intentions. So rather than just moving forwards and doing everything because you're complying, set your intentions as you go. So if you're going to go out, if you're too scared to not wear a mask, if you're going to wear a mask, hi Malcolm, if you're going to wear a mask, then set an intention. Say I'm going to the shops and I'm going to get my food and then I'm coming home. That's my intention. My intention isn't just to put on a mask. My intention is that I will put on that mask because I am going shopping and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and then I'm coming back and then that comes off. So it doesn't become something that's just a compliance. It doesn't become something that's part of you or a symbol. It's just part of what you're doing because you're setting your intentions. So if you're going to go for a walk and you decide you're going to wear a mask because that's how you're going to do it, decide which way you're going to be. So if you decide, I'm going to go out for a walk, you're going for a walk. You're not going for a masked something or other. You're going for a walk. This piece of crap thing goes on if it's what you have to wear. You wear it for that walk. You still have fun, you still be happy. You take it off when you get home. Your intention is the walk. It's not to be complying. It's not to be submissive. And the other one was like if you go out with your kids, same thing. Say, kids, I've got to go and grab this thing and put it on because I have to do it at the moment. It's not going to be forever. It's not submission or anything else. I'm going to play with my kids and play with the kids and have fun and continually say, this thing's not going to be here for a long time. We're not going to be in it much longer, and then get rid of it. Realize that setting intentions is the most important thing you can do. I want everyone here on this group and any groups that I'm in to start off here. Start off at a place of love. Because if you start at a place of love, whenever something goes wrong, you can dip a little bit, but you keep coming back to that place of love. If you start from a place of fear, you're already vibrating down here. You're already vibrating so low that if anything goes wrong, you're going to dip to that catastrophic area where you can end up hurting yourself or getting more upset. So we always want to start off here at a place of love. Start there and lift yourself up and move beyond that. Because what's happening here is they are dividing people. They are divide and conquer, as I said. They're separating families and everything else. And we resonate when we talk from love, when we come from a place of love. We resonate around about 2 meters outside of our body, our electricity fields, speaking of 5G here on TV. So it goes about 2 meters outside of our body. When we are told to socially separate, we're not putting all that love out there. So what I think is we need to be close to each other, be near each other, and understand that you can vibrate from that resonance of love. Start up here from a place of love. There's a person on here that's being a bit of a jerk, but I'll just let him talk, that's all right. Come from that place of love and resonate that outside of everyone. Use your grounding mechanisms, and I talked about this yesterday. So if you are all about praying, then pray. If it's God, Jesus, if it's Buddha, if it's Allah, if it's whatever it is, pray. And I say, Muslims get right down on the ground, they prostrate, so they get right down low with their face against the ground. That's their grounding mechanism. Other people pray down on their knees at the side of their bed. The lower you can get to the ground, the more you ground. It's literally grounding yourself and getting rid of all that bad energy. So what I say is constantly let go of that bad energy and remember to look after your body. So when you're around loved ones, massages, hugging each other in your households, love, care, peace, understanding. All these things keep you up here. And we all want to be up here. So we keep on sharing. We keep on putting our thought processes out there. Now, what I want you all to do is keep talking in the streets. Keep talking to your friends and family. Keep talking about where you want to be going forwards. Don't overthink where you are now and go forwards. Be in the present moment. But talk about where you're going to be. Outside of this, we're going to be moving forwards with love. Outside of this, we're going to be moving forwards with compassion. Outside of this, we're going to be moving forwards with empathy. So it's a reset. It's a full reset. You're allowed to feel angry. You're allowed to say, fuck this fucking bullshit. I don't want to know about this lockdown anymore. All these asshole politicians can go and get fucked. They can stick the New World Order up their ass. They can stick their vaccinations in their ear and get fucked. Do that. Get that all out of your system. Don't let that burn up inside you. You can do it that way. You do the grounding. Each day, move through your emotions, but wear them, feel them. Don't be afraid of your dark. Don't be afraid of the scary things that you've got in your life. Your dark helps you learn your light. Verily with hardship comes ease. I say this every day. Your dark helps you have your light. And every country's gone through this. Germany is ahead of us by about a month. All of us go through these hardships. But the more we think, instead of running from our fear, instead of running from the darkness, embrace it, wear it, ride it through, and keep moving through. Because without the darkness, you can't experience light. That's exactly right. All these sayings are exactly the same. But what we're trying to say is move forwards. Don't stay in the one spot. Staying in the one spot is the worst thing you can possibly do. So keep moving. Even if it's just doing some push-ups in your house. Even if it's going out, and I say to people, pick some flowers and smell those flowers and remind you what that reminds you of. A rose might remind you of your mum that you can't see because they're in a nursing home. It could be anything like that. The thoughts that you get could be that, a certain feel, a feel of a curtain or a feel of a cushion or a feel of something outside reminds you of what's around you. Don't forget that you can still love from a distance. And that's one thing that the government has said that I actually resonate with, but on a different way. No matter how far apart we are, we can be more closer together than ever before. I love you too, Sienna. And no matter what we think, we can change the world. And it comes one person at a time. And every single one of us can change this whole atmosphere that we're living in and make it a better place. Trust me, I know. Because I've been in the darkest hole. I've been in the worst places ever. But all of us have. And all of us, it's perspective of where we've been and how far down we've been. But you know what human resilience does? It helps us to raise up from that and never stay down. You might be down on your knees and dragging yourself along. I saw a special about Muhammad Ali the other day. No matter how hard things were, he had this resilience of mind, resilience of character. And you see it in these people, but you don't have to be a famous person. You don't have to be these guys in the media. Every one of us has that power within us, and we can change the resonance of our life and of our being by telling a different story internally. Our internal dialogue is going to change us externally as well. And remember, you are what you eat. Eat well. Don't stay in lockdown and do Uber Eats every day. Go to that supermarket, mask on or mask off. Go there. Go to your supermarket. Go in there with confidence. Buy your fresh fruit and veggies. Don't hoard. Buy what you need for that day. Go home. Cook yourself a beautiful meal in your kitchen. Hug your wife. If you don't have a wife, hug your kids. If you don't have a kid, hug your cat. Hug anything. Smell a rose that reminds you of someone. And just be happy and be okay. And understand that you can change your life. This reset might mean that we actually go, well, I want to be around my family much more. Perhaps I shouldn't have my parents in a nursing home when they get to that age. Perhaps we should have our loved ones close by, because that's what we are. We should be a family social unit. And if possible, we should care for them all the way through, because we don't need to worry about that division anymore. Don't work for money to work more for money to work more for money. Do what you love and do it every day and find your purpose. And once you have that purpose, you're never going to look back, because once you have that purpose, everything in your life will change. And every single one of you has that power for change. Okay? I'm going to leave you with that. Peace out.